What's up, everybody? It is your boy, JoelCupcake, back at you with a new show. We're trying something new. I wanted to get another one of these live and kicking. I've been loving all my own personal stuff. But you know what? I'm not as funny as I think I am. So I had to bring in my really good friend over here, CowVan. Boom, 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 boom. Which way is he? Oh, I never know with this damn camera. CowVan here. This is Pex Pals. We are doing a weekly show about Apex Legends. CowVan, why don't you tell them why?
We're doing this weekly show because everywhere you go, on Twitter, on Reddit, on Facebook, wherever you take your media in, there's always people talking about high-end play. What are the pros doing? What are the this and that? There's never a show for us mediocre players. And so this is the show to talk about things that mediocre players, high-skill mediocre players, and low-skill mediocre players, that we just talk about Apex and how the game feels for us.
And don't worry, when he says low skill mediocre players, he doesn't just mean those of you that have trouble hitting your shots. He means those of you like me that love to rat. That's what he means. Listen. This is a phrase you're going to hear a lot in this show. Yeah, and that is, when in doubt, rat it out.
Rat it out.
Also, the Mozambique is the best fucking weapon in the game.
We'll get to that.
And if you disagree, just turn the show off right now.
We will get to that.
Oh, you're right. We will. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I already jumped the gun, Calvin. God,
it's all good. It's all good.
First episode.
So the hottest topic that's out right now in the PEX world is the world record damage for a regular public game. 9,000 damage. It was done by the streamer. It's Timmy. He played a regular pub game and got over 9,000 damage. I think he had like 24, 23 kills.
24 kills, yeah.
Yeah,
I went back and checked.
Yeah, 24 kills, 9,000 damage. And that's
over 9,000.
Yeah, no, you're right. But that's so much damage. And that's because they included the new damage tick of damaging downed enemies. Before, the damage on downed enemies didn't count. But now it does. So I
didn't realize that.
You're getting an extra 100, I think, damage on downed people.
So you know, I'm the chump that likes to be a jerk and either throw my caustic gas or my Gibby bubble on someone and then assassinate them. Yeah. So what you're saying is I shouldn't do that.
No, you get the damage for the assassinations too.
Oh, you do? Okay, well then so it doesn't matter. Sick.
Yeah. So you're getting what is it, 200 or something like that when you have a purple shield, and then, or what is it? I don't remember. I don't know the numbers. 5, that mediocre player. I don't know the damage counts on shields. Yeah. You're getting the damage for the shield, you're getting damage for the body, and then you're getting an additional damage, 100 damage on finishing a downed person. So you're gonna get like 300 at least, or at least 200 on a person with white. I don't know. I don't fucking know. You're gonna get an additional 100 damage. So if you kill 23 people by yourself, and you're getting like, I don't know, fucking 200, 300 damage each, you're going to get large numbers. It's making it a lot easier for people to get that 3K, the 2K badge, the 3K badge, and the 4K badge.
Well, my thing with that is like, those are huge numbers. That's great. I've seen that dude play, and his movement, I mean, he legit, I'm not saying he's a hacker, but he is so good with his mouse and keyboard movement. But I'm like, because I play on console, so my brain can't even fucking process half the movement that guy does, dude. Like, so, but I also think that, like, I think something with this damage counter and the addition of, like, you take the damage from the down guys, I think that's tight. But what I want to see is like the assist meter on those games. Like, yeah, he did the damage, but like, he obviously wasn't in the game solo. You know what I mean? So like, because like I have a buddy that I play with a lot. His name's Matt. His gamer tag's Ender. I got my first 2K badge the other night, and he was in the game with me. You know, me and Darth Waffle both had 5 kills. Our buddy Ender has 1, but he did almost as much damage as he did, basically the same amount of damage as us. So it's like, he probably had 4 or 5 assists.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
Like, that's my whole thing is like. I would be interested because it is a team game. There's a whole reason you can't go into the ranked queue solo. At least not yet. Right. The assists
I can't see it off the top of my head, but I know in ranked you can see how many assists that you get, and those go
Yeah.
to your points.
Yes.
But I don't know if that's there in pubs. And I know the little meter's not up on the top, at the
No,
top
it's not.
right.
Well, that's what I'm
Um,
saying. It'd be nice to have that in pubs because it would
right.
make a little bit more sense. Because it's
Yeah.
like, these guys that put up the huge numbers, again, not downplaying their skill level or their
No,
aim, but
no.
it'd be nice, for the teammates to have a little bit of props. You know what I mean?
Right.
I do a lot of games where, like, especially as Caustic, like, I'm not the aggressive one. I'm the one watching the back line. I'm the one trying to help with reses or finish the
Right.
downs for people. So, like, sometimes my scorecard's not huge, but
Mhm.
I feel like I was a pretty integral part of the game. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's that whole it's this is the reason why Overwatch for comp separated out tank, DPS, and support classes
Yeah.
because the emphasis that most people want to do is play DPS. They want to shoot the gun, they want to kill the people, but they're missing a huge integral part of the gameplay, which is support.
Yeah.
Backing up the teammates, stuff like that. That the assists, the
Mhm.
damage that I did to the person, so you could down them. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
Um,
On that note, I know this wasn't on our notes, Calvin, so I'm just going to throw this at you. I really hope that the new legend that they're adding, the girl
mhm,
that's chasing Fuse,
mhm,
I really hope she's some sort of support character. So
mhm.
Watson's ult, helps with shields.
Yeah.
Lifeline heals you. So I'm
Mhm.
wondering if there's like a hybrid of that. Like maybe how we already brought up Overwatch, so screw it. How like Brigitte throws armor on you.
Yeah.
Maybe the new character has some sort of thing where she can instantly, every 30 seconds or
Or
her
whatever.
bumper ability,
Yeah.
she can restore like one little bar of a
Right.
shield. You
I
know,
think. Yeah.
uh,
I
that might,
think.
that might be a little overpowered, that specific physic, but like,
Right. There's something that the game is missing, and I don't know what it is. But the game is missing some sort of support character for like I don't know, like shields or heals or something like that. Because so Watson has the shield with her ultimate, and it does so little shield
yeah,
repair,
it
which
does so
is
little,
fine.
and it gives it to the enemy if they get close to it.
Right, which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it gives it to the enemy when if they get close to it too. And then Lifeline has her little drone that heals you, stuff
Mhm.
like that. And there's a lot of there's a lot of things like Gibraltar's dome or
Yeah.
Rampart's shield that block damage from you. But I feel like there's something there. There's something that could be done to like instantly help the team.
Yeah.
Some sort of heal or buff or something that increases everyone's like damage for a short period of time. But I feel like that's something that should be added just for the sake
Yeah.
of
Well,
encouraging team fights.
yeah. So let's look at it this way. So you have Fuse now in the game, and then you have flame grenades, and you have Caustic. So all
Right.
three of those characters are capable of damage over time. So I
Mhm.
think what I would agree with you. I think what's missing, like technically, Lifeline's drone counts as a heal over time, but like maybe a buff over time. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Where like the first bullet hit on you does 50% less damage.
Mhm.
Something like that. Like if you're in a
Yeah.
certain radius or behind, like
Some kind of like because we're talking about damage, right?
Mhm.
It's so easy to get damage now.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why I don't like Call of Duty Warzone is the fact that you can take an assault rifle, shoot it across the map, and down someone, and they'll never even see you. You know,
Yeah.
and I've always hated that about Warzone because they took team deathmatch mechanics
Yeah.
and put it into a battle royale, and that's not the same.
Yeah.
There should be some sort of like difference in the way
Mhm.
the guns shoot and stuff like that. And I feel like Apex Legend does a better job of managing that.
Oh yeah, well you can see the bullets. There's no such thing as weapon suppression,
Right.
which is what's nice. Which
Right.
could also be an interesting mechanic to add, but I'm kind of glad they haven't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't matter because the sound mechanics are broken half the time, but that's
right.
We can have our own episode about that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I definitely think something could be done, or like, you know, Rampart is the least used legend right now.
Correct.
And I think that, like, okay, so they made the walls, they don't blow up instantaneously when you're putting them down. Like, they can still take a bullet or two, but they still go down quick.
Right.
And the thing is, like, the dev team's obviously smart, because, like, I don't know if you know this, Calvin, but if you put two Rampart walls in front of each other and you shoot through both, the wall that's in the front, so the wall farthest from your character, the shield part actually gets destroyed.
Yeah,
you can't double amplify your bullets because that's cheating. That's nonsense.
Right.
Well, it's cheating.
Right. I get you. I get you.
It would be a design flaw, and they already thought past that.
Right.
So obviously they're able to, like, give us some sort of backup or a new support idea or healer. You know what I like?
Right.
You know, like maybe a mix of Lifeline and, you know, Watson. Dude, I don't know, or like kind of like, you know, Baptiste, for example, with like the invincibility field in Overwatch,
right?
Or even like a wall where it's like, hey, when you're behind, like if you're in this certain small area I just deployed, like, you know, like maybe it's like the Gibby's bubble effect, but for everybody, but you're not in a shield. You're just you're in like a gas. Or
and I think that lends to what I was saying too, because of the Rampart comment you made, because I was saying that shooting across the map is something that I don't like in Call of Duty. But when you set up Rampart's shields, you're asking for it. And people, the problem with it is that people are able to neutralize what you're trying to do. You can be a Mirage's ship and you be across the waves, and you put up your Rampart shield, the people will shoot at your shield, and your shield's instantly, your shield's gone. You know, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
I think that is something that needs to be like fixed with people, you know, shooting across the map, doing unnecessary amounts of damage that they shouldn't get. I think the only guns that can shoot over, like, I don't know, a certain 100-meter or, you know, hundreds of meter distance that maintains their damage should be sniper rifles. I think all other guns should just be fucking useless at a range, because you shouldn't be able to wingman someone 300 meters away and then.
So you're saying you'd rather. I would sacrifice bullet drop for damage drop off. I'd be okay with that, because that's like Call of Duty supposedly has damage drop off. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, I've seen like Battlefield, you know, but I played Battlefield 3 a ton. That was my favorite shooter ever. And until Apex came out. So like, and that had the damage drop off. Like you did, like if you were able to hit the assault rifle shots from a distance, you had to hit more of them.
Yeah.
Because in theory, let's talk about real world physics in video games, you have velocity reduction.
Yeah.
You know? So
well, Apex does have damage drop off. I just don't think that
it's enough.
It doesn't give, the game doesn't give you enough opportunity to counterattack someone destroying your fortifications. You know what I mean?
I mean, you're right, but at the same time, the only person that destroys her fortifications right away, unless it's a sniper, is Fuse. You know what I mean? Because like his cluster takes all her shit out right away.
Yeah, but even then, you can still do assault rifles, and you can have an R301, you can have a Mastiff, not a Mastiff, a Hemlock.
Yeah.
From a good distance away, and still break Rampart's shield, and there's nothing that Rampart can not even her Sheila can power up fast enough to stop you from breaking her shield.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I mean, I see that, you know, and I think that's why it's like a mix of like, they want you to work in tandem. That's the whole, why it's important what your squad is. Like, you shouldn't be doing your Rampart shit right out of the right out in the open. Like there's we fought actually the game I played last night where I got my 2K damage badge. I ended up with like 2604 or something like that. We had a team, so there's a part on Olympus where you go from you go up the hill into like the big warp bubble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like the energy depot and the turbine, and then the edge of the map where it's just like the little town, they all converge. And then there's the big green hill. So there's a part, you know how technically, like if you actually look up when you play Olympus, half the map is like a railway system that doesn't work.
Right.
So there's actually a part in that part of the map that you can get up to with Horizon or Pathfinder. And it doesn't give you the, like, you have to get off here.
Right.
And so we actually encountered a rampart up there. And because of the way the train depot is set up, the thing that holds the train rail is above it. So I gibby ulted them twice, and it didn't destroy the rampart stuff.
Wow.
Because of the cover, it's really hard for the missiles to break through it.
Right.
And I was like, see, that is a very good rampart usage spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, all I'm saying is there needs to be some kind of character that either one fortifies the team so that you don't have to rely on, you know, like the set cover, the boxes, the corners, stuff like that. There should be some team, because I mean, even Gibraltar's dome, you can't shoot out of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But there should be some sort of character that can fortify the team so that if you have no other opportunity to survive an open area, that teammate, that character is going to help you out of that area. You know, because even if you use Horizon's jump, you go straight up, you're gonna get shot anyway. You use Octane's launch pad, you're gonna get shot anyway. You know, Pathfinder's rope, you're gonna get shot anyway. I mean, and it's good; those are good, but there's nothing to help you when you have nothing else. And so I think there needs to be some sort of, like, maybe buff Rampart's shield so that they take more damage, so you don't just die when you're putting them up, or some sort of legend that makes it so that you just don't die in that situation. Yeah,
that, or like, you know, like in any shooter I play other than Apex, because they don't give you the option, there should be like maybe a utility grenade. Like, why does Bangalore the only person that gets smoke? Because if you think about it, you get pushed without cover. What are your options? Gibby bubble, or you have to wait till they actually get downed, and then use the lifeline shield.
Right.
Okay. You know, Caustic used to be viable, but now his mines take like 2 seconds before they even emit the gas. Like he's been nerfed, and they're nerfing him again, which I don't even want to have that rant right now. You know, you used to be able to throw a Caustic mine and it would go off right away. So you could kind of use it for cover. Now you throw it, it waits a second or two. It can be destroyed in the air when it's flying. By random bullets.
I've seen this.
And then if the Caustic goes down, the gas goes away and dissipates.
Right.
Which, not even dead, just goes down, which I think is bullshit.
Right.
So you have no cover. Like, you're right. Like, there is, like, okay, so I don't get cover until they're downed unless I have a Gibraltar.
Right, and it's weird. It's weird, right? Because you have these digital threats, and you have ways to see through the smoke, but there's nothing to protect you in the smoke. There's, you know, you have to rely, like, even then, you don't have to, you could still see through the smoke. The smoke doesn't even do a great job, because you can still see people through the smoke. I've killed people in deep, dark Bangalore smoke who thought they were safe, but I saw them anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
Like,
I get killed in my Caustic gas all the time.
I
wear the black outfit. I'll go in a corner and toss my gas on myself, and like be in a corner where I know it's like you're not just gonna walk in and know I'm there, and they find me anyways. You know,
right?
And that's what they said. Like in the last nerf is like, oh, the gas. It's easier for you to see out of if you're Caustic or a teammate, which is not true at all, because the teams always complain about the Caustic gas.
It's still the same. I still feel like it's the same.
Like, the gas should be more obscuring if it's going to do less damage. And that's what they're doing. They're changing it again so that it does less damage. Okay, so make it so it's more obscuring.
Right.
So, but
the game there I feel like the game, because we started this talking about the damage record. I feel like the game is trying to lend itself to the people who like to play the streamers whose whole purpose is to like do a good thing and get high damage, get high kills. Did you get the 20 bomb? You know what I mean? Like that's like everyone's like thing right now is to do damage and to get kills or whatever the hell.
Also, I love that. Like, real quick to go off on another tangent, that the 20 bomb, like, okay, that's cool, but you couldn't have the badge start at a 10 bomb. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, like,
because I'm a mediocre player,
right?
and
We're
like
mediocre players.
when I get a 10 bomb, I'm like jazzed.
No,
dude.
for
like,
real.
Like that game I just did 2,600 damage on. I only got 6 kills.
Right.
So
because the game is lending itself to damage, because if you do damage, you're shooting your gun, and all the people watching are like, "Whoa, this guy's amazing!" When he's just shooting the gun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, granted, the people who do get high damage games, they just have really awesome games, and they do everything right, and they play the game nonstop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, of course, Michael Jordan, all he did was play basketball. Of course, he sucked at baseball. You know what I mean? Like, but like, all he did is play basketball. Good for him. Yeah, of course, he's going to be great. Kobe.
Exactly.
So if all you do is play Apex Legends, cool. But to not segue too much, but the game is lending itself to the damage, right? That's why Fuse comes out. That's why Rampart comes out with Sheila, a damaged minigun that they thought people were going to light up the floor with. And then the game comes out with Fuse, who's also a damaged character. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's very few characters in the game that don't have something that are what makes certain characters in the game is the damage that they do. Has nothing to do with any of their other abilities. Caustic is good because he does damage in his smoke.
Yeah. Well, and listen, and look at even like Crypto. Like, not enough people played Crypto, even though he did damage right off the bat. So they had to make it, you can get tags and you can res and you can do the recon devices now to like try to get more people to play them. Like, look at the rumor mill is saying that Loba, they're going to make it so you can pull your dead teammates tags with her store because no one plays Loba because if they don't come out with a damage hero or a movement hero, people seem to not use it.
Yeah, because there's no practicality. There's not practical in a team fight. What is Loba good for? Nothing. And
all she's good for is trying to flank.
Yeah, but even then, you can hear it.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. I said trying.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like,
not to cut you off, isn't her store destroyable? Like, can't you shoot it and blow it up?
Shoot the store and blow it up.
Okay, so
it provides cover like Lifeline's drone does as well. But like, what are you gonna shuffle back and forth? You know what I mean? Like, it's So I always tell. Like, so someone was like, "Oh, you like to play like Watson or something like that, right?" Because I played Watson for a bit, and it's like, "Why do you like to play Watson?" I was like, "Because when you play Watson, you don't have to rely on her abilities. You have to be good at shooting, and so if you're good at shooting and movement, then you can win, right?" Yeah. But most people aren't, and so you have to play characters that give you, it's like, and we keep talking about Overwatch, and I think it's a good comparison because Overwatch has stood the test of time, right? It's been out for a long time,
7 years now,
yeah, and everyone still plays it religiously. But that's why people played the monkey in Overwatch, is because you don't have to aim. That's why people played Symmetra when she first came out, because you don't have to aim, right? Yeah. You just fucking do stuff like that. So you play all these other characters where your whole reliance isn't on you being really good at shooting. It's about you using that character to his best ability. So like using Bloodhound, staying back and scanning, you know what I mean? Using Bangalore, smoking when you get shot at, and running fast away when you get shot at, you know what I mean? So it's like,
by the way, I feel personally attacked by that Winston comment. Just so we're on the same page.
Right. Man, I'm a Reaper guy. You know me. Like,
I know. Okay. Well, you know what? Enough about Overwatch. Let's move on to what's actually going on in the world of Apex. Okay. Every episode we're going to have these rants about things that can change and how Caustic doesn't need any more nerfs. Right. But one thing that I think you and I know, I don't think I know you and I are most excited about is in a Twitter thread. I noticed one of the devs said, "Hey, we're currently aware of the Mastiff meta, and it's going to be addressed." So this makes me think the Mastiff was already nerfed.
Yes, it was,
and which is complete dog shit because you can have full purple gear and get two-shotted by the Mastiff, at close range, and even at close range, I think the Eva is still 3 shots. I don't think it's 2.
If it's headshots.
If it's headshots, it's maybe. But like, I mean, like if you hit fire point blank into a body.
The Eva should. I think it only does like 60.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Mastiff still does more.
Oh yeah, the Mastiff does way more. Yeah,
they're shotguns. Like,
yeah, shotguns. I get shotguns are supposed to be strong at a close range. I have clips of me sniping people with the Mastiff. Like,
yeah, exactly. That's my point. Like, the Eva should be either stronger to be brought up to be fair, or the Mastiff does need a nerf, or you leave the Mastiff does the same damage as the Eva, and maybe the Eva does better damage when they're unshielded, and the Mastiff does better headshot bonuses.
Some type of balancing. Yeah, I don't know. I was playing ranked last night. And I finished 3 games not well because I had teams pushing me with the Mastiff because they don't have the fear that they're going to lose. You know what I mean? They don't have that fear that if they don't land these shots perfectly, you know, they just ran at me with Mastiffs, and I'm dead. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, well, you know, what am I supposed to do in that thing, in that instance, you know?
Yeah.
I think the Mastiff does need a nerf because I don't, you know, it's like when they put the 99 into the care package, you know what I mean? People were pissed. They were like, this game's ruined. This is the worst. Even pros, people who make money playing this game, a game they didn't build, a game they don't pay for. They were like, we're quitting Apex because they put the R99 in the loot drop. You know what I mean? Like, stop relying on you know, OP guns.
Yeah, dude, exactly. Like, dude, like it's like, I mean, it's like it's like Kraber, Mastiff, R99 are like that's the power level in the game,
right?
And everything else, unless it's maybe like the wingman with the skull piercer,
right,
doesn't even come close to that damage. It's unfortunately true. Like, you can, some people say, oh, it's bullshit if you play Rampart with the Spitfire and you get the gold mag, you get like 70 bullets. Well, you're going to need those 70 bullets because it's not as powerful as the Mastiff.
It's true. It's true. And even then, just because you have, you know, the Spitfire, which is a solid gun, it doesn't mean you're good with it. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
You know, like you can have the best guns in the game. It doesn't mean you're good with it. But even like the Mastiff, I feel like the Mastiff and the R99 are just dummy proof. Yeah. And that's fine.
I'm terrible with the R99 and I'm a dummy, so that's not entirely true.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, so like, it's good to have guns that are accessible to everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Agreed.
But there should not be a gun like the Mastiff where if you get within a certain distance, you're going to win every single time.
You know what I mean? I agree completely.
Because even the wingman is arguably one of the best guns in the game. But at close range, you miss a lot.
Oh God, yeah.
You know, like you do better with the wingman from short to mid range than you do up close, because for some reason, even if you put him in the middle of your reticle, you're gonna miss. You know, even if you spam it, you're gonna miss. Like, it's fucking weird. It's a weird gun.
Yeah.
But that's why you don't rush someone with a wingman. Yep. You know what I mean? But it just feels like with the Mastiff, you can just bully people.
Oh yeah, I mean when I play Octane, I immediately look for a Mastiff. I mean, hell, last time I had an Octane game, I literally ran Eva 8 and Mastiff, got 7 kills, and we won that game.
Right. Yeah.
Now, to be fair, I did switch through to double shotties halfway through the game, but like I started with R301. Eva 8, and then I picked up a Mastiff when I ran out of light ammo, and we wiped the last like 5 teams with that combo. And
it's weird, man. It's weird how exploitative it can be to push a team, be in their face with shotguns because they're using, you know, a regular R301 or something, and they can't kill you.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Well, yeah. So at the end of the day, I think the another Mastiff nerf is a good thing. Do you agree?
I agree.
I agree. I'm excited to see how they address it with the meta, because they have so many guns. Apex doesn't want to be Call of Duty. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Mastiff goes back in the fucking care package. and we get the Peacekeeper or the Prowler back. Hell, put both shotguns in the care package. Make it let's see these nerds try to get good with the EVA 8, because then people like you and me that are already good with the EVA 8 are going to have a better time for being mediocre. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, I think what happens with with gaming communities like Overwatch, Call of Duty, Apex Legends, PUBG, is they listen to the pros too much, and they try to adapt the game to the pros. When the people who play the game, majority of the people aren't professional people.
Well, I think that's true with most of those communities, but from what I've seen from Apex, like they listen to a lot of it is the Reddit community. The Reddit community is the problem with Apex, because it's like the pros go there to talk about stuff, but also like the threads go crazy. Like literally, like I'm blaming Reddit for the upcoming Caustic nerf because it's the mediocre and the smaller players that don't understand. You just avoid Caustic.
Right. You don't go into a building with Caustic.
Yeah, you throw a bunch of nades because then his shit's done, you know? Right. The cooldown time on the mines is like 15 seconds. That's plenty of time for you to nade a whole room and push, you know? Right. Like, so.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
But you're not wrong. They do listen to the pros. But I do feel like Apex has Respawn's done really good at always keeping the game decently balanced. They do
a good job. I have no complaints about Apex devs. None.
Yeah, exactly. Same. So I guess that brings us to our next point. It looks like from the data miners, I use that. Let's we're not experts here, people watching.
Not experts.
But it looks like Caustic, as I mentioned, is getting a nerf. His gas is getting reduced. The damage is getting ticked down, which is I think is completely stupid, but I get it.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't get it, but they're taking it down, which I think is asinine. Because the other night, like last night, one of the ranked games we played together, Calvin.
Yeah.
We were hiding in the back of that building. I gassed a team. They came through my gas and 2 mines going off with no hesitation and just killed me. No hesitation.
Yeah, I think I remember this. Yeah.
And those are the same people that are probably sitting on Reddit crying, saying the caustic gas needs to be.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the caustic, seemingly the caustic gas is getting a nerf. I'm hoping that they switch the mines back to the way they used to be so that they deploy quicker, because that's the whole point of playing caustic. In a pinch, sometimes I need my mines, whether it's to help me kill somebody, whether it's it's like a temporary cover, whatever it may be,
whatever it is. Yeah.
Because a lot of the other legends, like you can deploy Gibby's shield in a pinch. You can deploy Lifeline's drone in a pinch.
Yeah.
Now
even Gibby's shield though has a delay on it.
Well, true, but my point is still like so let's look at it this way. You drop Gibby's shield, right? The second the bubble goes up, like, yes, it doesn't deploy right away, but the second the bubble goes up, it's there. Yeah. My point is you can throw a caustic mine into the middle of 3 people and you can sit there and it literally blows up and then waits and then activates.
That's true.
That's what they need to do. I think they need to revert that. Like the second the mine is inflated, it should go off if there's an enemy nearby.
Right.
Because I used to win so many fights doing that. Whether it's because the mine afforded me cover or it did the extra 3 ticks of damage I needed or whatever to win the fight. Right. Now I throw it. They literally have time to turn, shoot the mine, deactivate it, and then turn around and kill me.
True. That is very true.
And it's like,
I agree with that.
And now you're going to revert the damage again, supposedly. This is supposed.
Yeah.
And then Gibby's getting a nerf. I'm assuming it's to his gun shield.
I think it's the gun shield. Gibby's gun shield is so strong.
Yeah.
It's so it only has 150 damage on it, I think it is. But it can take a full Kraber shot without touching Gibraltar's armor, which is insane.
Yeah, it should be like 50 damage,
Well, yeah, well, not even that. Because here's the thing. It doesn't matter how much damage is on the gun shield. You still have to break the gun shield in order to touch Gibraltar's armor. So Gibraltar can run right at someone with a Kraber. The person shoots Gibraltar dead in the chest. Gibraltar's still up. No damage to his armor. While the person's sitting there reloading the Kraber. Like, that's insane. It's not practical. You don't ever get to use it.
All,
But if you have a one-on-one gunfight with a Gibraltar, and if you're not hitting the Gibraltar's head, Gibraltar's gonna win.
Yeah.
Because he and Caustic don't have damage stagger, and Gibraltar has the gun shield. So I think
it's insane that he gets the damage stagger and the gun shield. Like not to sound like a crybaby Caustic main, but I think that is unfair. Like so they're nerfing Caustic's ability and skills, but he has the swagger. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or the gun stagger or the damage stagger. I said swagger, same difference.
You did say swagger. I was like, he does look pretty cool.
Yeah, well, yeah, he does. You're right. Especially with my head photoshopped on him right
down
there.
I like that, dude.
Yeah, but I'm assuming it's his gun shield. Mm-hmm. Maybe his ult's gonna tick a little less harder because it is very overpowered.
It's very strong. It goes really fast and it's very strong.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't go that fast. Like I'm definitely able to escape it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can. Because once you see it, you can leave. Mm-hmm. But it's one of those things where it's like, it's a very situational thing, but it's also very strong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, those are both coming. Supposedly, we'll see what happens. I don't know. Mm-hmm. The Caustic Town Takeover is next. Mm-hmm. So I think it'd be really weird to promote a character that hard, give him his custom trackers, and then nerf him. But maybe this next patch won't come until after. I mean, I'm assuming it's coming with the takeover. It wouldn't make sense to do it after, Mm-hmm. So, and then obviously, I think it's kind of cool for the most part. They extended the anniversary event by another week.
Yeah.
Which I like it because it gives players time to actually celebrate the game, celebrate how long they've been playing, get all the badges, try to get those coveted heirlooms.
Yeah.
But what I will say is I'm getting real sick of the only standard mode in Apex is ranked. Like I am over locked and loaded. I'll be 100% honest with you. Like I spent like 2 days playing nothing but ranked. I didn't care where it got me. My friends, nobody wanted to play ranked with me. They're like, dude, it's too sweaty. Like it's just not. We're not having fun because we feel like we can't be casual.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I think it's one of two things. Things like a 2-pronged, 3-pronged issue is one. They don't have They have this limited time, game mode, but they don't give us the option to play regular game mode, and so you're like, oh, okay, cool. I have to play locked and loaded, or I play ranked, which it's kind of sweaty. I don't really want to play ranked, and so there's that. And then number two, which is a good thing. But Apex Legends is seeing its most concurrent users on Steam. More people are playing Apex Legends than we've seen. The game's just getting more popular and more popular.
Finally, which I think is good.
Finally, because it's a great game.
Yeah,
right.
Agreed.
But because of that, everyone can see it. The servers are getting pretty overloaded, and so I think because they never had this resource issue is the reason why they don't have game modes, the way we do. There was the train. What was the train mode? I don't know what it's called.
The holiday bash or whatever.
Yeah, whatever the hell it was. That was a very isolated thing. You didn't take up the whole map. It was a small circle, so it wasn't as huge, and people played it, but no one really played it. I
love that mode. I mean, you saw me pop off on that, but
so if you have 2 BR game modes, that's a lot of weight on your servers. That's
fair.
Yeah, so I think that's probably part of the reason why. But I think though, after this uptick in hero or in players and the popularity going, I think they might get more resources to them and be able to properly.
Hopefully, EA can actually help them in that regard. And slide in. You know what I mean? I love it. I think it's better that more people are getting a chance to get the heirloom shards. Heirloom shards, you're only guaranteed 1 in the 500 levels of the character. You know what I mean?
Right, crazy.
And it sucks. It sucks for people that played
500 loot boxes.
No, it's 500 levels. I don't think it's in 500 loot boxes. I think it's per 500 levels.
Interesting.
because if you think about all the loot boxes you buy and get just from level 1 to 100, you know what I mean?
Well,
Because I play with Ender, okay?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? He's 350 plus, or
Mhm.
right around 350, right?
Mhm.
So if you think about that, he's gotten for sure 350 loot boxes.
Mhm.
If you add in all the anniversary events, if you add in that you get a lot of extra loot boxes in the first like 2 or 3 seasons because of the way the
Mhm.
rewards worked, and level 1 to 100, you got a loot box every level.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you add all that up, he's opened 500 loot boxes, and that poor bastard still doesn't have an heirloom.
I didn't get an heirloom until my late 400s.
Okay. See,
So
I got one in like my mid 100s.
that's
But
so weird.
the thing that kind of sucks is I kind of wish they would go back to us vanilla players, as I'm going to call myself,
Mhm.
and give us a reimbursement, because I don't want Wraith's kunai.
Right. Right.
You know,
Right. But that was the first guaranteed one, but then they changed it.
yeah, so to now you just get the shards and you can choose, which is tight. But I literally Wraith is like hands down my least played character.
Right. Yeah, I don't
So-
like playing Wraith either. So
It's all right. I think the last subject that that we wanted to touch on today was, according to, again, everything on Twitter and whatnot, the words, like the verbiage,
Mhm.
the patch notes are over 3,000
Right.
words, which
Right.
I know that seems weird. The way this data leaks and the way we get things off the internet, like the way the data miners work, who knows what you can and can't trust.
Right.
I mean, I think the biggest one before this was like 1.8K. So that's
Oh, wow.
like double the biggest patch we've had.
Right.
So I'm hoping between like the Caustic Takeover, like the Town Takeover, whatever guns they switch in and out of the care packages,
Mhm.
and then the buffs/nerfs. They're also fixing Pathfinder, which I'm sure is like a lot of game script, because that's all with his like hitbox and stuff.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so no one's playing him right now because he's easy to kill.
No one's playing him right now because he's easy to kill.
He was too hard to kill.
Yeah,
And
before.
now he's too easy to kill.
Yeah, doesn't he take more damage than other characters? Don't they count him as like one of the big characters? So he takes more damage or something like that.
Well, no, yeah, so him and Lifeline take 5% more damage.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. Yeah,
It's a passive, but the problem is I have to look it up. So forgive me, I could be misquoting here,
Mhm.
but I believe, from what I understand, is his hitbox was like the width of his like the torso, so not his shoulders, just his torso all the way down.
Mhm.
And so now, with the way computers work,
Mhm.
his hitbox is his shoulders down, so you can like barely graze his leg, and he takes like full damage.
Interesting.
So I think that's
that.
kind of the problem. That's how I understand it from what I've seen in breakdown videos. But,
Right, but that's also Lifeline player, or not Pathfinder players just stopped playing them because of the grapple change.
Which I think is silly, because you part of the, like, there was a reason he was the only character that could scan the ring location at first.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's obviously showing you that that's his primary ability.
Mm-hmm. It's funny because it's so funny. Like I said, people get too deep into meta, and for those first couple of seasons, Pathfinder was meta, because you can either get somewhere no one else could get, or you can get the fuck out of there. I've seen people, Pathfinders, just scale half of the map, in like less than a minute, and you're just like, what the fuck just happened? They just left that fight that they were in, and now and there's no character who can even get close to that.
Well,
and so
I thought that nerf was needed. Honestly,
I thought it was needed too,
because like I've actually been in this scenario, because like when Apex explained why they did that nerf, I've actually been the victim of that, where one Pathfinder with like a Mastiff could have chased down your whole team. Like if you were all low, like he kills one of you, just grapples to the next one of you, goes. So I'm actually surprised he's not in the meta more right now. Because if you think about it, the Mastiff's the number one used gun, right? You can still pull yourself towards people, or the person towards you, with the grapple. Right. So like, I mean, you just turn a corner, hit them with the grapple, and Mastiff them, and they're dead.
Right, but he's not meta anymore. Because the grapple nerf, he's not, so no one wants to play outside of meta. No, that's the reason why Horizon's getting picked up, because Horizon's meta right now.
Yeah,
which
I think her ult is kind of worthless, honestly. Like, I don't.
Her ult is very oppressive, dude. there's only a few people who can actually get away from it, which is like Wraith, Octane, because you can launch or another Horizon. I don't know, but you can inject yourself, hit the jump pad, and get the fuck out of there. Wraith can zorp out of there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than that, if you get even close to that thing, you're pulled in. I mean, you can back away from it, but like, none of your teammates get stuck in it if you throw it. So your whole team can push one team that's stuck inside your gravity pull, and they're fucked. It's very oppressive, very oppressive.
Yeah, it is very oppressive, but at the same time, like it's kind of like Caustic, where you can avoid it if they don't hit you with it directly.
Yeah, you can avoid it,
which is good. And the last thing I wanted to bring up, I actually thought about bringing this up earlier, that I think is a little strange, that I think could use an adjustment here, is you can destroy the black hole.
Yes.
You can shoot it and blow it up. Mm-hmm. You can blow up the Loba store.
Mm-hmm.
You can blow up Rampart's barriers.
Mm-hmm.
You can destroy Caustic's mines.
Yeah.
Why can you not blow up Lifeline's drone?
You can.
No, you can.
Yes, you can.
I thought it was indestructible.
No, the shield is, but the drone is not.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so the healing drone you can shoot. People use it for cover and stuff like that. Yeah.
I didn't think you could shoot it. I thought maybe I just have never made my shots on
it. No, you can totally shoot it.
Oh, well then I'm just gonna.
Well, then
can we go back and delete that? Can we?
No, you're stuck.
Okay, tight.
Stuck. No, we bring up a good point then, because what you call it? You can't shoot Caustic's
grenade.
His gas grenade.
But it can be canceled by Watson.
Yeah, but that's who the fuck plays Watson?
You know what I mean? So we'll see. So this is my theory that and this is the last thing we'll touch on, and then we'll wrap the episode because we're getting up on time.
Right.
Like so, Fuse was created as an opposite of Rampart, which I think is so stupid because nobody plays Rampart.
Right.
But also, I think Fuse was made because they wanted more people to play Watson.
That makes sense.
Because look at all his abilities. Watson is like literally the hardest Fuse and Caustic counter, and not enough people play him.
That's true.
Or play her. Sorry, I should say. So what I'm hoping is, now Rampart is still not played, and I think Loba's very low played. So what they need to do is have the next hero needs to be countered by those two.
See, but the problem is that Loba does nothing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So they've done a good job of boosting the characters. I think we will see a slight uptick in Loba players if they actually add the thing where you can pull the death tags from your teammates.
Right.
I think if they add that, that's an interesting dynamic.
Yes.
Maybe if they did that and made it so you could access a res station through the portal or through that'd be
dope.
Because Crypto can basically do it.
Crypto does it. Yeah, Crypto you can pull tags and res from the drone. I mean, it leaves you vulnerable, but it honestly didn't even help his playability because people still don't play him.
The only time you play Crypto is if you run Revenant. That's literally it.
Why would you do that? Oh, so you can totem and drone. Yeah,
that's the I've been watching a lot of the Apex Predators lately, and that's like the they call that the annoying team.
Yeah,
is like you do like Crypto, and then either Gibby or Caustic and an Octane, because what you do is you do Crypto, Crypto, Revenant, and then preferably an Octane, but sometimes they use like a Gibby or a Caustic. Yeah. And then you have the Crypto nuke. Everybody hits the totem, and then you take the jump pad and just land on the team and fuck them up.
Right.
So if you're not pairing Crypto with Rev, I don't really see anybody besides you and me play Crypto.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I thought when they switched the game to the Evo shields that everyone would play Crypto, because you can just pop his ult, and not only does it level your shields up, it damages the enemies.
Yeah, but no.
Nope.
All
right. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. This has been Pex Pals.
We're going to
use. They could be watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
But thanks for listening and watching. We're going to use the hashtag Pex Pals to push the show the most. I think that's going to be the most efficient way. The show will be up on YouTube. It should be up on all the streaming platforms as far as podcasting go. We are going to primarily be focusing on this in the podcasting format. So thank you for everyone that listens. We appreciate it. I'm JoelCupcake on all my socials. Calvin is
I'm CowVan on Twitch, but I'm and TikTok, but I'm CowVan Man on Twitter.
Yeah, there you go.
You'll see it.
Yeah, we'll be posting on our socials when there's new episodes up. Feel free to use the hashtag Pex Pals. Please follow and subscribe to the show on all your podcasting platforms or your preferred one. And if you want to drop us a little thumbs up thingy there on YouTube and subscribe, we would love it. Going to try to be coming at you once a week with these things. Next week, we'll be back with talking probably in a little bit more depth on like the Caustic Town Takeover. Looks like some new legends are confirmed to be getting heirlooms. We're going to kind of talk some rank strategies. I played rank for the first time this season, and I've gotten way farther than I thought I would. So we're going to share some info on that.
Oh yeah.
Probably have a few minute segment that's like top 3 tips from Calvin, because Calvin has been helping me and a lot of our friends really improve our Apex game. So I want to highlight his skills.
Yeah.
So I would like to do like our top 3 tips from Calvin next episode.
Yeah, and questions. If you have questions, put them on wherever. Send it to us on our Twitch channels or on YouTube. However way you hear this, try to contact us. If you have questions, we will answer them. I will answer them to the best of my abilities, being a mediocre player. Exactly.
And remember, Calvin plays on PC and I play on console, so you're not just getting one secular mindset here. So yeah. Anyways, everyone, this has been Pex Pals. I'm JoelCupcake.
I'm CowVan.
Thanks for tuning in. We will see. You will hear us next week.
Yes.
Yes.
Bye.
Beak, 6 feet deep.
Don't sleep on the beak.
Bye.
Bye.